Hello and welcome to another episode of Top 10 Games Not on Your List. As always, I'll be avoiding the most overpopular and overhyped titles of the eras and focusing more on the games that were actually maybe not hidden gems, but worth your time. Number 10, Dino Crisis. When games with tank controls were considered to be cream of the crop, this one stood out a bit. It took the classic Resident Evil style and applied it to the dinosaur formula, giving us a whole new thing to fear besides just zombies. This game was created using real-time 3D environment, allowing for some cool cutscenes and intense fights. This game has a lot of replay value with different story paths you can pick, upgradable weapons, a secret third ending, and even some costume changes, if you can beat the game within the 8-hour limit. Number 9, Project Overkill. The era of shocking gore in video games of the 90s. This one might not be at the top of the gory games list, but it certainly helped to push the boundaries with gore and guns. Fast-paced 3D combat with 4 different characters, each with their own unique arsenal, whom could die permanently if you weren't careful enough. With over 50 missions and different ways to go each time, and even secret rooms on every level, this game also had a lot of replay value. Number 8, King's Field. I've decided to add this game to my list as it's one of the original Skyrim-like slash-em-ups, and it seems to be forgotten by many. In this era, some developers really tried to utilize the amount of space that the new format was capable of producing, and even with this game's limited-looking engine, it was still nice-looking in its time, and provided a long playthrough with hours of dungeon pillaging. The sequel only greatly improved upon what was given unto us to begin with. Number 7. Mega Man Legends. This game is in no form unknown to any older gamer. You either hated it or you loved it, and I loved it. I'm placing it at 7 in hopes that some stroke of luck will grant this a third installment. Its RPG elements and very well done run and gun feel made this game truly a unique Mega Man game. It helped us to get to know a bit more about Mega Man's character and the people around him. You could find, create, and even upgrade your weapons and tools to match your playstyle. I recommend both Mega Man Legends 1 and 2 if you're any sort of fan of the series. May as well give it a try. It can't be any worse than mighty number 9. Number 6, Vandal Hearts. If you're a hardcore RPG tactics gamer and haven't played this title yet, I strongly recommend it. It's got very tight hit point values and experience values with enemy and player counters and support actions. It can be very difficult at times, but hey, what are game saves for anyways? If you like a good challenge mixed with an in-depth political story, this game's for you. Compared to other tactics games, Vandal Hearts feels like a real bloody battle with real consequences. You could even advance your character at level 10, taking them down a different path. Clint makes for a really good tank in my opinion. Number 5, Legend of Legaia. The original LOL. Legaia was very unique for its time. The story was kinda typical for an RPG, but whatever it lacked in dialogue, it made up for in its combat. Everything from creating new combos to just Siru punching the fuck out of something to learn its magic made this game well worth playing. The environments were also very fantasy-like and mystifying at times. Seeing places from before and after you cleared the mist in the area made you feel like you were really helping this world. You should check out Soul Tower. It's one of the most cool towers I've ever seen in an RPG. It's like a reverse mullet. Party up top and business on the bottom. Number 4, Breath of Fire 3. I feel like this series is kind of drifting. What used to be a staple in many of our lives has now just kind of faded away. I blame Dragon Quarter for that. Breath of Fire 3 was the pinnacle of this series, I feel. If I even started to get into just how much customization and fun side stuff there is to do, I'd have to make an entire video on just those features. I feel 3 was the best due to its supporting characters and themes that it carried over from past installments. Everything about this game was very detailed and fresh. Even Balio and Sunder really added to your drive to press on. Oh, that, and becoming an all-consuming dragon god, long live the brood. Number 3, Front Mission 3. I assume any fan of Armored Core and RPGs already knows about Front Mission. With nearly fully customizable mechs, attack moves, and even pilot traits, Front Mission was a unique outlook on tactics-based games. Right off the bat, you're faced with a decision that will alter your entire playthrough. This game also has really fun computer hacking interface, making it feel more like it's tied to the real world. Like robots and military storylines, play Front Mission. Number 2. Bust a Groove. Yes, that's right, I'm saying a rhythm game is better than all the rest of my other picks on the list. Why? The music, the characters, the stages. Going through every stage of this game will not only have you smiling, but tapping your foot as you find yourself enjoying the incredible cheesy tunes. Out of all the dancing and rhythm games that were floating around in this time, this is the one that I had the most fun playing. If you're a fan of Space Channel 5 or even Parappa the Rapper, this game will fit right in as one of your favorites, if it's not already. Drum roll, please. Number 1. Brave Fencer Musashi. One of the most underrated Squaresoft titles ever made. This game combines Zelda-like battle with the hardcore RPG power and story that Squaresoft was known to bring to every game. Instead of just mindless grinding or repetitive feeling tasks, everything in Brave Fencer felt like it was shaped to be more of an action-adventure game than an inclusive RPG. A few fetch quests and even Zelda-like forest puzzles had you running around this fairly large world in search of Bincho fields and Pooh berries. This game had some good interactive action scenes, pretty well thought out bosses, and a semi-innocent story that even a Dodongo could appreciate. If you like, and who doesn't, Zelda, you should check this title out. Some have even called it better than Zelda, though I don't think I'd go that far. But still, it's an awesome and underappreciated PS1 title. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, I do this for education and or to show others the experiences that I have experienced. If you would like to know any more about these games, don't be afraid to ask, maybe drop a comment, you know, whatever. That's about all I got for today, so see ya.
How nostalgic.